Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? AMC Biggums here. I am super excited for this video. I hope you guys are super excited after you watch this. Nothing but good stuff for AMC and the ape community. If you're out partying this weekend, do me a favor. Take a shot for me, take a shot for the community, and take a shot for yourself. So we've been going through hell. We've been holding for a long time, and honestly, right now, for the first time, I see the greener pasture here. Um, Let me go ahead and say what I'm feeling here on what's going to happen with AMC stock. First of all, I'm not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. All I do is look at the changes in the stock market, look at the data that happens after the change, and then give my opinion on what I think that data means going forward. But without further ado, let's get right into this video, guys. I am super, super excited for this one. So, as we learned in the last video, the piece of trash we called the oat system is gone. Biggest waste of fucking money ever. This thing was garbage. As we learned that they were able to self-report in this last one, we also learned that they were able to have exclusions as market makers from even having to report in the first place. That shit's gone. What's taken over now is the CAT system. The CAT system is an amazing thing. It's how the stock market should have been ran in the first place, especially since technology started to advance so fastly. Why the system that the stock market was running on didn't advance with it is beyond me. But let's get back into the video, you guys. I'm super excited. So this CAT system, what we learned, it's now going to be able to track the trade through the 100% of the life cycle. There's going to be bursts of information from the start, middle, and finish of the trade, and that will be sent to the central repository system. This is amazing because what this is going to do is stop rerouting tactics, which they used in the old system, and they're able to delay trading through able to do using these tactics. That's gone. We also learn now in the second and third burst of information, we're going to have a venue ID and a price attached to said burst, and that is massive, you guys. There's no longer going to be dark pools like electronic market making dark pools. There's no longer going to be banking dark pools that have price set as discovery. We will now know everything going on. And as we learned in IS the contracts, the bankers are the ones writing them, and they're the ones who are corrupt, and they have their own dark pools where they're able to trade their own stocks inside of. And I can't even imagine what they're doing inside of those dark pools or what they were before. Um, we also learned that we're now going to have a date and timestamp attached to all of this, and they're now going to, if a institution of any kind is buying, they're going to now have a customer ID attached to these trades throughout the entire life cycle of the process. On top of that, we learned there's going to be a mark now, and this mark will be attached at the very beginning of the trade. This It will go to every stock involved in the trade, and it will not be removed until that last burst of information is done and it is completed and the entire life cycle of the trade has been executed. And that's huge, you guys. Bye bye synthetics. Bye bye synthetics. Another thing that we learned in our previous videos before in the overstock lawsuit here, they were able to create those Mary puts, flex options, and naked shorts. Basically, they were able to roll over FTDs as well, and they were able to create an unlimited amount of synthetic shares. And one thing I didn't go over in the last video that I want to show everybody really quickly, another thing that most people don't understand is what they were doing with this is they were able to make money. So they were taking these out and they would borrow these shares on hard to borrow stocks. They would borrow them out. Now, this sound familiar? At a very low borrow rate of about $1. Well, they would take out these flex options for 10, might have 100 contracts of 100 shares. That's $10,000 while creating the synthetic share for them. And they do it at a small borrow rate, so they're giving it back and forth to each other. And what is AMC's borrow rate been at? Exactly. I believe that's going to start going up here pretty shortly. ISDA now being monitored. All the ISDA trades are now being tracked as well, so they're no longer able to do all of these. And basically, you guys, shortings now, it's going to start costing them money. So as you can see here in the previous system, they actually were able to make money, create synthetics, loan them out to each other to fill their shorts as well. And that's all done. We are now going to be able to track any time, you guys, that they're short ladder attacking. the IDs of the companies trading back and forth, they'll now have it. They'll now have the prices, the shares, and everything. So that is massive, you guys. That's all coming to an end. Short ladders, painting the tape is another thing that they call it, and that is when it's a form of market manipulation between trading with each other, where they either want a stock to they can lower it or raise it, and then they'll sell it. So huge things going forward, guys. A lot of manipulation is going to be cleared up with this CAT system, and how that's going to help us is, if you look right here, it's already taken place. This is the Ortex data. Now, as I was saying before, with those ISDA agreements, they were able to create naked shorts, and they were able to fill shorts at the same time with the share. So they were making more and double, basically filling them. So they were able to control short interest and self-report it. Now you're seeing the big changes in the CAT system. Look at how massive that is. I mean, look at how massive that is. No longer can they make naked shorts. You're now going to start to see the effects of those naked shorts fully. We're going to start to see how many they were actually taken out in a day. You're going to start seeing these more 8, 9, 10, 11 million borrowed shares in a day, instead of 2, 3 million. But yet you see on Ortex they're borrowing millions and millions a day. Well, where are those other ones going? Oh yeah, they're not self-reporting them. What this is going to start to lead to is FOMO and price action. People are going to start to see this short interest rise and rise and rise. And on top of that, it's going to start to make it way more risk now, you guys, attached to shorting AMC and other stocks. Shorting is not going, they're not going to be able to make it have zero risk attached with those conversion trades inside of those ISDA agreements. So now strategy is going to finally have to take place in the market. They're now going to have to do cost analysis on being able to do this. They're going to have to start depositing collateral, which, as we learned in the previous videos, in the ISDA agreements, they didn't have to deposit collateral, so they could sit there and keep writing these and writing these. Well, one of the effects I knew was going to start happening is they were going to start to close these ISDA contracts, and they were not going to be able to create these synthetics. And basically, if you check this out here, about 3 weeks ago, I've nonstop been putting up the phase 5 margin clock, because I knew this was coming. I didn't want to sit there and keep pointing all this stuff out and then be incorrect, but I had a feeling that these FTDs were going to start skyrocketing, and they were going to have to start closing these options out, and it looks like to me that that's exactly what happened. And I can see these start to skyrocket, people. Start to keep on skyrocketing. I'm expecting us actually here in the next couple weeks to get on the regulation show. And one of the other main effects of this CAT system that I don't think people are realizing is everybody was panicking on this 0-10 pushback. And you guys, the government's finally able to start tracking this. They're now able to see just how bad this shit is. I think they're finally realizing we don't even have enough to cover it. This is so fucked up. We need to just take a step back here. They want these hedge funds to burn to the ground. I have talked about previously regimes that have taken over the stock market and how we're currently in the central bank regime. There's a new regime, and I'll get into it in another video, that is taking over, and they're trying to push them out, and they're seizing this opportunity. And I think the government is finally realizing how messed up it is, and they're pushing that back to help get this new power in place. I'm going to go ahead and make a video shortly on the regimes, the previous ones in the stock market, the history, how they came to be, how they crashed, how long they took over, and basically the effects that they had. I'll release that here shortly. I'm still gathering a little bit more information, but back to this video here. So like I was saying, you guys, FTDs are going to start piling up. Cost of borrow is going to start to go up because they can no longer do these ISDA agreements. The price action is going to start moving up, and what you're going to start seeing now is these firms, like I was saying, they're going to have to start to do cost analysis. Does it make sense? We're depositing all this collateral while shorting. We used to be able to use that collateral to make more money on the side. Well, that money we're making on the side is no longer there. We're no longer to create the synthetics to fill these and then make money on the side off those synthetics. So it's going to be cost super costly going forward now. Super costly going forward to it. And they're going to have to sit there pretty quickly here with this price keeps moving. I expect it to keep moving up, keep moving up. So, eventually it's, little bit dams are going to break, and these small firms aren't going to be able to do it, or they're going to look at the cost risk and say, I'm done with this. And they're going to slowly start to move on. But those bigger market makers, those bigger firms, they're going to keep shorting because they have to do it. They have to keep trying to stay alive. And if our process is just keep buying and theirs just keep shorting, as you see, their abilities to do it is getting less and less and less, and they're not going to be able to do it very much longer, you guys. I expect nothing but great stuff going forward here. I think we're all going to be able to give our family some very nice Christmas presents this year, you guys. I am super, super excited about this stuff. Um, I don't really know what else to say, you guys. Hopefully this got, made you guys jacked up. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, but hopefully in the next couple weeks here, some of these smaller firms start to realize that, hey, this cost effectiveness is going to be too much, because like I said, they can't hide the short percentage anymore, you guys. I expect it to keep rising. Now imagine FOMO when they look over and, hey, AMC suddenly at 50% shorted, 25, 35% shorted. We got to get in that. Bye-bye. It's inevitable, my friends. This is now inevitable. This cat system is, we wanted the government to do something to help us. And there you go. I love all you guys. Thanks for holding. Thanks for all the support. Please like, subscribe if you like this video. I have a lot more content coming out. I'm going to put another video out here probably tonight or tomorrow on more information on the cat system. There's a lot more good benefits that I didn't go over last time still. But hope you all are having a great weekend. Like I said, take a shot for y'all. Nothing but good stuff going forward. So thanks, guys. Have a good night.